Oops. I just don't get it in the sense of why are we all on our phones? No one understands how much that angers me. To be with friends when we're all in a room and sitting on our phones, it makes me like have a hatred. I'm not even kidding. Because it's ill. What are we doing? What are you doing sitting on your phone when you're with people that you love, that you can do anything with, and you're just sitting on something that won't even help you? That's boring. It's so boring. And it makes me so mad because we're just wasting so much time for phones. And yes, I understand the feeling because it conquers me too when you just don't want to do anything but be on your phone. And I understand that, but geez, I'm just like on a bus, like in a college town, and these kids are all outside just sitting on their phone. Like, what? What? What are you doing? Does no one know how to live in the moment anymore? I walked into this like group thing. I was at this social event and I just sit down. I've never met these girls in my life before, and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to get off my phone because it's not good. They were like, yeah, me too. I'm like, no, you aren't. You don't care. Like, I bet you don't. No, you don't. Sorry, but like, I know, like, girls are all the same. I mean, I'm probably like them too, but I'm like, no. And I started explaining some scenario. I really hope they can drive. These people are leaving right now, and it's snowing outside in Georgia weather, and they're driving a Tesla. I really hope they can drive. And I was explaining how I go to class, first time going to class for the semester, and everyone is just silent sitting there. Like, why aren't we talking? And I do start talking, but they don't try to immerse in the conversation. And it's that energy where you guys want to talk to each other, know each other, because you have a whole class together. These are friends that you could be making, but no. No one wants to be friends. Everyone's just on their phone. What are you doing on your phone? I'm so serious. What are you looking at? I go on my phone a lot, yes, too, and then I just get disgusted with myself, with what's on my phone. Or not even, like, for me, I look at, like, sometimes, it just depends on, like, my mental state, but everything on my phone is, like, an aesthetic. It's not, unless I'm on, like, some sort of Instagram where I'm scrolling for, like, 15 minutes straight, and it's just really funny things. That's just my dumb stuff. But other than that, it's, like, creative or like aesthetic pleasing things I like to look at, but half the time I end up comparing myself to things that are fake or a different reality where I could be living that reality. And everyone's just giving it up. And yes, it brings like this point of like, it brings this point of the people that are distracted, but you have the advantage because you're not. And yet, again, I'm still distracted and I'm still questioning a lot of things. But I was like sick over the weekend and I was making a bunch of excuses for being on my phone because, I mean, granted, I literally was in bed for 3 days straight. Couldn't get out of bed. But after that, I kind of made it a habit to come in my room and watch TV, which is my number one goal. Whenever I get into my apartment or in my room, like, I'm not watching TV or TikTok consuming. No, I'm like creating. That's my biggest thing, is creating. And I just see so many people, and it's like, why? And I think about what I could do. I would do anything to create something to battle this phone addiction. We're losing life. We're losing our ability to live because no one, and then the only other thing that people find joy in is drinking, doing drugs, something like that, because like that brings a group together. But it's like, no, find another way to live. Find something else to bring you guys together. That's how we're supposed to be living. We're supposed to create. We're supposed to do the unimaginable. That's why we're here. That's why we're alive, to do anything that we want to do. And just why am I sitting on my phone? Why am I just sitting here contemplating this dream that I cannot figure out? I'm not gonna find it on my phone. Same for my career. Like, I'm in college and I have no clue what I want to do. I'm not gonna find it on my phone. What I want to do in my career is figure out how to get people off their phone. Because you're dead. I'm sorry. But for real, like, you aren't living at this point. Sit on your phone and see what happens. Sit on your phone, you get nothing. Yes, like, people have a life off their phone, like influencers and whatnot. And I'm on my phone technically right now, but I'm speaking. It's not like I'm consuming. Just sit on your phone. Oh, that like literally scared me to death when I was in bed for sickness. I was like, people literally live like this. And I like cried because I couldn't do anything. I had a fever 102 the whole, like, for 3 days straight, and I couldn't get out of bed. Like, feet, chills, everything. But I was crying because I couldn't do anything. I was just sitting in bed, like, sick as hell. Just sitting on my, like, I watched a lot of TV shows, but even sitting on my phone, I'm like, people do this? People waste hours of days just sitting on their phone? Why? And, like, you go on your phone, then you just look at other people living. I post on social media, but it's never, like, I literally post and delete my, like, the Instagram. Because why? And even if I'm on TikTok, my TikTok's downloaded and I try not to go on it unless when I do my makeup and look at the beauty filter and question why my skin isn't like that, which is horrible, yes, but how does it make my skin look like that, right? Right. Pierce is calling me, 1 second. Okay, and you know what also irks me is phones at concerts. That just sounds so off-putting to me because we're at a once-in-a-lifetime event, and why are you just getting it? Yes, you can go back and watch it, but that ruins the whole experience. Same for everything. Like, you do not have to record everything. We're just becoming in a society that is mute. We're losing social, like, connection with everything. I talked to professors about it and they just dismiss myself. Like, I had one professor, I loved him though. Like, he was the best. He was a computer science professor and I would always talk to him about it. But it just hurts me. Like, why? And I would tell him, he would hear me every day. And it was once a week at like 7 o'clock at night. I would be saying, I want to create something that makes us get off our phones. And he would be like, you can. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't even know what to study for that. Not computer science. I don't want to study computer science. I just want to study human interaction so we can live better because we aren't living. We're dying. Like I said, we're dying. And it ruins all connection. Literally saw a teenager post today about how it ruins relationships. Yes, it ruins friendships. Yes. Not because, yes, like, relationships, they bring into the whole part of, like, girls they see on the internet or follow or whatnot. But friendships, it's more about, like I said, when you're with your friends, just being on your phone. And I love making TikToks, but it's never, I just love how I look. And that, don't mean that in, like, a really obsessive tone, but it's just fun. Fun for me to just, like, make a little recording to a background song and, like, look good. I don't think that's a problem, but it does come to a point where I'm just nonstop posting. And I'm like, what am I doing? But Madeline is one of my best friends, and her phone's broken right now. We're not going to talk about how it's broken, but it's broken right now. And she has an iPad, but the same thing happened when we were at the beach. She broke her phone for like a whole week at the beach, had nothing to do, and like did not stop. Like, it just, like, she didn't let it ruin her vibe. And after reading Walden junior year, but then I think about, okay, so if I were to create something, right, I think about connection. Like, that's how, sorry, I just need to fix this a bit. I think about people contacting people. That is the main thing that I think phones are excellent for. Like, emails, calling, texting, that's it. Photos, period. And I guess, like, I love the expression that you can express yourself on the social media apps, but you're abusing it. It's not supposed to be something you consume how it was in, like, 2016. Granted, I was super young in 2016. I was mostly making slime videos probably then. But you would film something of your art. You would create anything as art. You can create anything. Every post you post is art. And hinder that. And so you post whatever you may, and then after that, it's like, okay, like, you post. And, like, yes, you see other people's art, but it wasn't something where you sit on for an hour to 2 hours, like, more than that a day. It wasn't like that, because you had other things to do. And now, with this phone, with TikTok, there's nothing else to do. People can't find anything to do. Yes, sports. I don't do sports, which I want to start because that's something to do. And I go to the gym. I want to start yoga. I want to discipline myself because we always say, I want to do this, I want to do that. You never do it. Same thing with me. I'm always like, okay, yoga. I know when yoga is 8 o'clock every night on Wednesdays. And I don't go. And granted, I was sick, so that I want to heal because I can't breathe when I'm stressing my body out right now. And that's valid. But if you're doing nothing, do you not get that feeling of uselessness? Do you not get the feeling of